that you can get the best out of that relationship. Okay, there's absolutely no way you can get the best out of that relationship. So making your partner a project, in the long run, this is the beautiful thing, in the long run of making your partner a project is the fact that you also become a better person in that journey. Okay, in that journey you also become a better person. I don't know if you've heard this before, but there's a saying that says that that says you learn better when you teach. You learn better when you teach. So you might know ABC, and that's all you know, ABC. But the moment you have to pass down that knowledge, you see that ABC begins to open up to you, and you are able to get more illustrations, and then you begin to realize that there's even a D, there's an E, there's an F, there's a J, you know. So the best way for you to grow as a person is even in you making your partner a project. But you see, this is where self-centered people find it so difficult. You know, self-centered people find it so difficult because they're able to put their partner first. Okay, Rex, can you still hear me?
Loud.
Okay, so I want to assume that the what's it called, the comments were old comments. All right, so it is important. Someone is still sending me a message that the audio is they can't get the audio. All right, so I think we might have to increase the volume from your end, Rex.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, all right. So please let us know when the audio is back. Okay, let us know when the audio is back. Let us know when the audio is back. Is it? Let us know. Okay, let us know in the comment section. So we're talking about making your partner a project. Making your partner a project. Making your partner a project. Very important. Okay, very important. Very important. So, and I was saying that in making your partner a project. Alright, great. Great. So Abuki Soplo says the sound has been fixed. Finally, thank you. Alright, so yeah, we're talking about, sorry about the sound. So we're talking about making your partner a project, and I was saying that for you to embark on the project, it means you first off have to have some level of introspection, have some level of vision. And in that introspection and you having to build a vision, it simply means you have to know yourself. All right, know yourself, know your capacity, know what you can handle, know what you can't handle, and then before you begin to talk about the next person being a project. So the first project in a love relationship is you. All right, making, yes, I know the topic is making your partner a project, but the first project is you. The first project is you. The first project is you. So I have some level of introspection. After I make myself a project, then I begin to look at the next person, making that person a project. Okay, very, 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 very important. And then I talked about team, and I said that in the multitude of counselors there is safety. But now in a romantic relationship, you really don't need so many voices talking to you, so you don't end up confused. And the truth is, many people actually advise you out of envy. Some people don't have the guy that is attracted to you, so they want you to not be interested so they can go for that guy from behind. It happens. Seen it over and again, we've heard it over and again. It does happen. Okay, so you must be able to filter when you're trying to build a team in making someone a project. All right. Then I went on to say that when you've made a team, when you have a team of people that are trusted, you have to understand, you have to sieve for yourself. The essence of having counsel is for guidance. Okay, someone who is counseling you is not telling you, is not telling what to do with your life per se. Someone who is counseling you, you make his job easy when you have an idea of a direction for your life. Okay, which also leads me to say that you don't really have a problem, you don't really have a business being in a relationship if you've not discovered yourself, if you're not actively walking in your purpose, and if you are not if you are not, what's the word? If you're not being productive, okay, so it is from productivity that you're able to look at the next person and make that person a project. Okay, so once upon a time we had a man called Adam, and Adam is all by himself, and then Adam shows up in a place and he has to take care of a garden. All right, that is productivity. That is a project. That's an inanimate project. But then there came a time where there had to be a woman to help him because he had so much to do. So a woman shows up and she becomes his project. How does he become a project to her? Because now he has to teach her. She has to learn. He has to teach her. He has to tutor her. He has to nurture her. Okay, and that's the thing about being a bridegroom. When you see the word bridegroom, in weddings, you see a bride, you see a bridegroom. What it simply means is that you are grooming a bride. Okay, you are grooming the bride. Is that to say that women don't groom themselves? No. Is that to say we have so many women who take care of themselves, take care of their siblings, take care of their parents, right? But when it comes to being together, having a partner in a marriage institution, you don't expect the girl's father to be footing your bills. You don't expect the girl's father to be taking care of you guys. So you as the man, as the leader, you've gotten to a point where you are able to mentor the next person. Remember, I said that you are your first project before your partner becomes a project. All right, so it is imperative now. If you don't make your partner a project, the truth is you would if you don't make your partner a project, the truth is it is a two-way traffic. You are also losing. That's just the truth. You're also losing. Okay, you're also losing. So it is imperative that we make, and again, using the word project sounds like inanimate, but no. You could just interchange the word project for priority. Okay, priority. So my man is a project. My woman is my project. Is my project. I think I said this on live before. I think I said this on live before, where we know the thing about love languages. We have touch, we have words of affirmation, we have active, we have service, acts of service, we have a whole lot of those words of affirmation and all of those love languages. And yes, I do. Every single human being has a love language, right? Which comes sometimes your partner even tells you on the first date, oh, this is my love language. But the truth is, as you keep dating, as you keep seeing each other, you realize that it's probably not even their love language. You probably now discover that they have a different love language that they're not even aware of. Okay, so but for me, I would jokingly say, but I don't joke about it. I'm actually very serious. And I would say that my love language, actually, I don't even bother to mention those first love languages. The love language I usually would love to mention is pancakes. Okay, so I've dated people, I've dated amazing ladies who just makes me pancakes and my day is made. My day is made. So what does it mean to make your man a pancakes, for instance? You're making your man a project. So let's flip it. So I also dated a lady who loves chocolate. Okay, so some ladies just love chocolate. Some other ladies love both dark and white chocolates. Whatever it is, let just be chocolates, right? So now you make your woman a priority. Okay, so you're coming back from work and you're so tired, you're exhausted, you just want to sleep. But then the route that leads to the supermarket where you should get that chocolate is way off the way to either your house or your woman's house. So what do? You make her a project by actually taking a detour to get her that very thing that she really, really loves. That is you making your woman a project. So making your woman is a project is not me referring to an inanimate thing as being a project. The word you can interchange for project in this context is just priority. So finding out that thing that I love about my woman and making it my priority. So what that means is that I might not have the money right now, but I can begin to plan for her birthday. Say her birthday is in August. I can begin to save. That is me making my woman a priority. That is me making my woman a project. So when my guy shows up and says, guy, I need 100K, and what I want to get for my woman is 80K, I can tell him, you know what, give me 1 more week, I can give you 10K. All right, I can give you 10K. That's what I can afford, because I am saving for something. All right, so that is how I make her a priority. I make her a project. So on a scale of preference, so it's the same way that the year is actually subdivided. Okay, that's the way the year is subdivided. So we have first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and then for each quarter you have 3 months. Am I correct? Yeah. I had to ask myself if I'm correct, because honestly in my head right now I'm thinking about quarters of the year, and I'm thinking about pregnancy, like first trimester, second trimester, third trimester. So I know trimesters is 3 months. So first trimester is 3 months, second trimester 3 months. Yeah. Okay. So that's how, the way you plan, the way you project. You say, okay, now I live in, let's say I live in Jigawa. By the last quarter of 2024, I want to be living in Ibadan. Now I know it's not just going to happen. I need to start making contacts. I need to start finding out how much does a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom cost in Ibadan. So how much do I need to save? How much am I earning? How much do I need to save? This is you making a project out of, a long-term goal. And it's the same thing when it comes to relationships. So we have a lot of people who are driven by just the butterflies in their tummy, and they don't have a long-term goal, because they don't even think that relationship in itself is a project. I remember Apostle Selman saying to me some years back, in Zara, he looks at me like, this guy intently, eyeball to eyeball. He said, don't let anyone look down on you. You hear me? I say, yes, sir. Then he says this. He says, build capacity. Almost like what I'm saying to you about projects, that you are the first project. It is you having a level of introspection before you make the next person a project to work on. It takes a person who is filled to the brim to be able to fill the next person. So he looks at me and he's like, build capacity. Don't let nobody look down on you. Build capacity, build capacity, build capacity. But you shouldn't put relationship first. That was what he said to me. Don't put relationship first. Build capacity, build capacity. And building capacity can just mean anything to you, because success is relative. Okay, success is relative. So what is success to you? Build capacity. What does it mean to you? Is it taking an online course? In fact, that time there was hardly like online courses, available like it is today. I'm talking about 2006. So could it be an online course you need to take? Could it be a physical course in class? What could it be exactly? Okay, so I build myself, and I build myself to the point where I'm now sure that I can carry someone and I can impact that person. And now let me say something about carrying someone. Truth is, we have a bunch of awesome people who would rather play test every woman and say they are not ready. Test and say you're not ready. But the truth is, there's never a perfect time when you are 100% ready. That's the truth. So you just take the bull by the horn and ride the bull like a horse. Okay, so it is important that as I build myself, I begin to look out for who do I need to complement me. Now, when you find that person who complements you, you don't leave that person at the level of just giving to you and complimenting you. You now in turn make the person your project. Find out the things that person needs help with. Sometimes, the truth is, sometimes people are not even as empty as you think they are. Sometimes they have a lot of dormant traits that are in their potential state. Whoa, that sounds like a rhyme. They have a lot of dormant traits that is in their potential state. So especially the man, now this is not gender roles, but especially the man who is a leader, it is not left for you to search out that dormant potential in the woman, and don't just search it out and tell. You see, there is one thing to be telling a woman, hey babe, you can do it, babe, you can do it. But do you even create the environment for her to do it? Do you even, what's the word? You're either creating the environment, or you are giving her the materials, or you are escorting her on the journey to do that thing that you have discovered in her. Alright? So take for instance, you discover that your woman has never been on TV, or your woman has, her strength is in public speaking, for instance. So what do you do as a guy? You begin to talk, you tell her, okay babe, why don't you start with, maybe she tells you she prefers watching movies to reading books. That's great. Please watch all the movies that you can. But you see, for people like me, I have this friend, C-Block, very wonderful character. we can be like that. So I watch one movie for 2 whole weeks. One movie. I can watch one movie for 2 months. So I will watch the movie, pause it, go do something, come back, I won't continue, I would rewind it, then pause it, then I will check, what is the camera angle? Then I will check, the lighting, then I will check, the dialogue, then I will pause it, I will play it, I will pause it, then I'm like, the body language, the tone of voice. So I'm watching a movie like it's a project, not like it's for entertainment. So I have this friend C-Block who got married. I was wedding emceeing as a band, then he moved to Canada with his wife, and he was telling me that one of the days they went to see a movie in the cinema, and then same thing, he just saw a scene that he really loved, and he was seriously searching under the chair of the cinema, and the babe is like, his wife is like, babe, what did they go on? It's like, remote, where's the remote? Then he now caught himself like, ouch, I'm not at home, I'm in the cinema. Okay, so there's just some, it's not just about finding out the potential. Do you create either the environment, or do you give the material? So if you find out that your woman has a strength in public speaking, you can encourage her, share books with her. Sometimes don't even tell her you have this, so you should do this. Sometimes just give it to her as a gift. Even if she didn't want to read it, she most likely will read it because it came from her man. So as you read the books, you are building your vocabulary. You are also seeing how you can have twist in your stories. Then from there you can begin like, oh babe, have you been watching, TEDx? Oh no, what's TEDx? Is it a new app? No babe, it's not a new app. Do you get? It's not a new app. It's an event. And then we bring people who are achievers, and so you begin to introduce her. So you're not directly saying, babe, begin to become a public speaker. You're just exposing her to materials. Over time, she begins to enjoy what you're enjoying, and she begins to build herself in that light. Okay, so that is one of the ways you can make your partner a project. It's the same, it's vice versa. You see a man who probably is very good with figures, but he's not good with spoken English. He's not fluent, he's not well articulate. In fact, I'm not going to call names, but I did a wedding sometime in, I think it was 2008. I emceed a wedding. I love that couple. We're still, in fact, I keep track with almost every client of mine. So I love this couple so much because I love, they caught my attention so much so that there was just so much negativity about her getting married to this guy because she was working in the bank. The guy was, I think it was a cleaner somewhere, and then he couldn't speak English so well. Okay, now let me shock you how bitter people can be. I actually got a guest in that wedding ceremony who is supposed to be celebrating with this couple said to me that, bro, shey you be MC for this wedding? I say yes. He said, I beg ba, you go do me one favor. I want make you give the guy wey dey marry, give am 10 minutes make him talk because we wan laugh. One guy knows sabi English. As wetin this guy say for this guy. And I was shocked to my bone, like, you really came to celebrate people, but you actually came to mock them. But this lady saw gold in this guy. She's exposed, she's traveled, yada yada, but she went for a guy who is a cleaner and a guy who can't even articulate his words properly. Let me pause to say this, that many people make mistakes in choosing a life partner because what they are actually choosing is a vocation, not a person. So, hello, I'm cleaning an office today does not mean I can't be a manager tomorrow. So are you marrying a person, a mindset, an exposure, a value system, or are you getting married to a profession that can be here today and tomorrow it's no more? That's just a food for thought. So long story short, she got married and see, she did most of the talking. It's nobody's business. She did most of the talking. Today, when she speaks, she will tell you, my husband is my mentor, my husband is my coach, and you'll be like, if you didn't know where they're coming from, I'm telling you, this was telling you, if you didn't know where they're coming from, the man speaks well. The man went to school, he speaks well. He speaks well. He speaks well to the point that he's now teaching the woman English. How? It took a woman who saw gold in her husband that she called mine, made a gold mine out of him, made him a project, and today they're a lot more happy together. Okay? So I'm going to pause here. We're really out of time. But please, I'd like to still hear us from the comment section. A lot has been said tonight. Please like to hear us from the comment section. What you think about making your spouse or your partner a project. Do you really think it's worth it? Do you really think it's worth it? Or do you think everybody just work on yourself, then will meet in the relationship, anyhow it goes, if you work or if you don't work, everybody go knock out, okay? It's very important. So I'm back on YouTube, and on YouTube I had Jerry Abuki. Jerry Abuki has a question. He says, is it possible to make two persons a project or priority? Okay, let me read it again. He says, Jerry Abuki says, is it possible to make two persons a project or a priority? And he went on to explain, to say like a partner of the opposite sex. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. I think I said it earlier on today. I can't remember. This is what I'm going to say. You can't, yeah, it was in one of our podcasts. I said, it is possible to be a jack of all trades and master of all. It just depends on how many of the trades you are in and how much demanding the time is. But you see, when it comes to human beings, you can't afford to be a jack of all trades. You can't afford to escalate your energy. I said in last week's one of the live last week, and I was quoting Bishop Jakes, and I said, he said, invincibility is the luxury of the young. Invincibility is the luxury of the young. When you're young, you think you have all the time. When you're young, you think you have all the energy. You can escalate. You can just be adventurous, yada yada yada. But the truth is, you're actually not really making progress. You're actually not being efficient or effective. Why? Because your focus is broken. So this is how I'm going to answer this question, and I'm going to be very real with you, Jerry. Thank you so much for the question. Very, very, very important question. Very important question, because right now I'm hearing some very religious people say, this one not be there with data. This one. Let me also say something. Some people who ask questions are not necessarily asking personal questions. They are asking questions from things they've observed. Okay, I need to say that because a lot of times you like to throw stones. So let me move on. So let me answer the question like this. Jerry, it is very possible, and I love to always cast myself. You can't be in this spotlight on this chair and you are not a real person. It's impossible. If you tell the public that you always have it correct and you're perfect, nobody listens to you. So you have to be as real as possible. So I'm going to be real with you. The truth is this. You can, quote me anywhere, you can be attracted to more than one person at the same time. Very true. You can be attracted to more than one person at the same time. In fact, there are married people. I'm like 98% of my friends are married. There are married people that will tell you they go out, they see people that they're attracted to, and that's how you have people still hit on married people. It doesn't change a thing. there's still that emotion. So you can be attracted to more than one person. Okay, you can be attracted to more than one person, but can you make more than one person a priority? No, you can't. You might think you're making them a priority, but I can bet you're not giving 3 women 100% of your time and energy and attention. You're not. It's impossible. You can't tell me that you're dating a woman in Kaduna, you visit her, and then you have another woman in Jigawa, you have another woman in Lagos, and you are in all 3 places at the same time. You can't tell me that when you are talking with this one, you're having lunch with her, you are at the same time you're having lunch, you are video calling with the one Jigawa. It's not possible. And this is the sad part, especially in our country, Nigeria, where we think that being smart means cutting corners. But in the long run, you realize that the corners that you cut ends up becoming a long route. And it really, really hurts. It really, really leaves you with a burn. So, in fact, let me use myself as I've been attracted to more than one person. And honestly, I can tell you, it is okay. It is what you do with it. It's the same thing with money. When people say money is the root of all evil, money is not the root of all evil. It is the love of money that is the root of all evil. So money is either good or bad. It is who possesses the money or is using the money that makes it evil. Okay? So you can be attracted to someone doesn't necessarily mean you have to make a move. It's the same thing with getting married. You can have 4 guys who you like, they have the same qualities you have, and you can, let me even shock you, let me go deeper if you're a religious person. You can even have peace about 4 people. You know why you can have peace? Because all 4 people are children of God like you. All 4 people have the traits you are looking for. But guess what? God is not the author of confusion. God can't tell you to go for 4 people. God can't tell you to play 4 people. It has to be one. Okay? So he can't, it is God that puts the emotions in us. So he can't afford to let us hurt people's emotions. So I'm saying this and I really hope it's making sense. Please let me know if you're not getting it properly, okay? So it is okay to be attracted. Please don't feel guilty if you get attracted to someone. But it is what you do with it that now counts. That is where the focus comes in. Okay, so Jerry Aboki said, thank you, sir. Thank you also for asking the question. He said, at least it won't be like I'm cheating. I'm enjoying the show. I did not say. You will not be a son of the wind. Jerry, I did not say, I did not say go and be toasting girls. That's not what I said. I said attraction is normal. And now let me even qualify attraction. There are men that are attracted to slim ladies. There are men that are attracted to thick ladies. There are men that are attracted to shapy ladies. So attraction varies. Then there are men like me. Let me cast myself. There are men like me that before I see your physical beauty, I fall in love with your mind. Those are sapiosexuals. So they enjoy engaging conversations. And by engaging conversations, it doesn't even necessarily have to be very serious conversation. Sometimes even in being goofy, even in being playful. But there's just a level of intelligence that, in fact, I've said it on the show before. I started following astronomy when I was, I think, 9. And I still do. I think it's just today and yesterday I've not watched or read on astronomy. But anything that has to do with constellation astronomy, I wanted to be an astronaut growing up. So now I meet a woman who loves astronomy. But that's the end. That's the end. Even if I don't have money to buy a ring, I'll go and find rubber ring. Tell it, and I'll marry. You get? So attraction varies on different levels. So you can be attracted to a woman and it doesn't have to be sexually. You might be attracted to her mind. You might be attracted to how meticulous she is, how she organizes, so it just varies, okay? It's okay, but it is not okay to lead everybody on. It is not okay to give the same quality of attention that you give. Why? Because attention breeds affection. So please, Okay, so let's get that balance. Okay, so Jerry, I don't know if you are still going to be enjoying the show, but I'm sure you got the point. So Jerry said, not chubby, rubbish. You are using style to be doing advertisement of the woman you want. Okay, so Jerry said he doesn't want a chubby lady. Thank you so much for your advert. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to draw the curtains. We're just 9 minutes behind schedule. But really, like I love to say, the live show is a dialogue, not a monologue. So I really love to hear from us. I think today is the first day that is just Jerry speaking, but it is usually engaging. I'm going to have to look for Ideas Hub 360. Celton Prosper, Jacinta, I'm going to have to look for you guys. Please pardon me, you guys have been so consistent and amazing on the show. I love how you guys engage. Gentle Photos, I love how you guys engage. We really miss you from the R4M studios, okay? But we've been quite busy with a couple of projects, but we're going to look out for you and check on how you're doing. But I really hope that this live show has added something to you. You've learned something. You've learned that relationship is not about you first, and yet it's about you first. Relationship is not about you first, and yet relationship is about you first. Relationship is about you first in the sense that it's about you working on yourself, building capacity, getting the relevant knowledge. And then it's not about you first in the sense that it is not about getting into a relationship and thinking of what can I get. Why don't you be the bigger person who gives so much and puts the other person under the pressure of having to give back in return? Okay, so I end this way. Please make your partner your top project. Please save if you have to save. If you don't have money for it, fine, but please save. Don't wait for the birthday and now be sending 200 naira recharge card. I'm not saying, see, it's not about the size of the gift, right? But what I'm saying is it commensurate to how the person has made you a project in his or her own life? Okay, so give something that is commensurate. And sometimes you might not even have money to give, and it's fine. It's about the understanding. You can decide, you know what, on your birthday I'm going to spend the whole day with you. And by spending the whole day with you, what that means, what I mean by that is, I'm going to help you cook, I'm going to help you clean. Just sleep, wake up and eat. That is making her a project. And then ladies, please, men are leaders, but men also want to be loved. Men are not robots. Men have emotions. So also pamper them. Sometimes the man is saying, I'm alright, I'm alright. He's not alright. He's crumbling like a pack of cards. Sometimes it's just you having to put your hand over his neck and he'll be fine. So make your partner a project today. Alright, that's all we can take from the R4M studios. Ready for marriage. Ladies and gentlemen, your time, your data is not child's play. It's not something we take for granted. If you feel that you want to go into transaction with R4M and you are being consistent, please do yourself a favor to win this 50,000 naira this Saturday, which is tomorrow. Me, I would want consistent people like Judy Tuso to win this thing, please. But do well. There is a price for everything. There is a law of cause and effect. Please do well to again tell your contacts, those on your contact, to subscribe to Ready for Marriage on YouTube. So if you decide to go and do it on Facebook, you're on your own. If you decide to go to Go and do it on To Go, you're on your own. So it has to be on YouTube, okay? Do it on YouTube and then tell them to screen grab once they subscribe and send to you. Gather all your data and send it to us in our DM, and you will have your 50,000 naira, all right? So this is the much that we can take tonight. Thank you so much for showing up, Mr. Moses Semako. He showed up at some point. We don't take your time for granted. Thank you so much, Jerry Aboki. Thank you so much, Judith Yusuf. Thank you so much, Sean Winston. Sean Winston, thank you for finally telling us you live in Ikoyi. At least I know you know Igbo. Woo! You're my brother. Thank you so much. This is Prolific and it's been an amazing time. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Please be prompt. We're going to make sure that network is working. If network don't work, we'll go buy Starcom. Starcom must work. But we love you guys. Thank you so much for following. Share this video, subscribe, get more people to subscribe. God bless you.